Hello, everyone. This is Jeannie Ellis, also known as Scrapbooking Mama. I am a design team member with Crafters Castle Challenges. And for this month, our sponsor is Paper Wishes. And Paper Wishes has given us a couple of items that are absolutely gorgeous. And I want to do the unveiling first before I go into anything else and what project I'm doing or anything. So the first thing that I want to show you is the Dazzles, which is awesome. I have not opened these up yet. I have never ever used Dazzles, and I am just totally excited about using them, learning how to use them. And so we're going to learn together if I can figure out how to open the thing first. That usually is a thing with me, trying to figure out how to open them. So let's get this started. Open it up down the bottom. And before I go on, it shows you on the back the things that you can do with the Dazzles, which I think that's pretty cool because that helps me as a newbie on using Dazzles on how to work with them. So let me see if I can pull these out. Oh my goodness. It's got gold in there too. Excited about that. Okay, this one is called Rooted in Love, and it's got 84 pieces to it. And it's from the sponsor Paper Wishes, hot off this press. Now here's the black one, and here's gold. And look at these. These are just fantastic. I'm sorry about the glare of the light over there. I don't know if I'll ever get my lighting exactly the way I want unless I get some really expensive equipment, but I don't think right now that's going to happen. So anyway, this is gorgeous. You could use these individually or you could leave it in the frame, I'm sure. So let's kind of look at it and see. Yeah, it comes separately from it. So tree, butterfly frame, a key in there, a lock. It's just got some beautiful, beautiful pieces in here. And then we have gold. Let me see about these. Now these are going to be a little harder for you to see because of the color, but it's got some butterflies in it, some sentiments in here, little frame in there, and some borders. So this these are really exciting. I mean, I'm just excited to use them. So we'll learn together on these. Now let me open up the paper pack, which goes along with the Dazzles, or actually the Dazzles go along with the paper, but I wanted to show you the Dazzles first because I wanted to go through each sheet separately so you can see. So as you can see, once again, there's ways that you can use the paper. It gives you some ideas on there, and it's double-sided paper pack, which is awesome. And let me turn this direction because it looks like it goes this way. Now, I forgot to turn my phone down, so if you hear any dings or rings or anything like that, just, please forgive me. I could do that right now, I guess, couldn't I? So, but anyway, I need to get going because I'm afraid if I don't, I'm going to get lost, lose track of what I'm doing. Now, they're seamed together, most of them, and isn't that gorgeous? It's got a beautiful, beautiful flowers here, beautiful butterflies. Got the key for the body of the butterfly. Let's see if you can see that. Okay, and then turn it over, and it's more monochromatic on the other side. It's got greens into it and little purples, but it's more monochromatic than it is anything else. So there's that one. So I've got that sheet. And then I've got another beautiful sheet. They're a lot prettier in person than what my camera's doing. And it's a plain side. Let me go ahead and tear it apart. Monochromatic on the other side, or actually not really monochromatic, it's marbleized. So that's gorgeous. Then we have this paper, and they've got it fixed to where you can use each one, of course, together or separately. You got it more of a solid on one side and a printed on the other side, and a person could use any of it together. As you can see, it's got the print here and the print here. Let me get a hold of it. And then a lot of little frames here. Aren't these cute? These are awesome. So you got print on both sides, but these are little frames on the other side and chevron on this side. Then we got smaller chevron with the border here. I don't know if you can see that. Let me see. It's more of a pink color than it's showing. And then it's a yellowy color. It looks cream there, but I hope that I can get this set up to where you can see the colors better. And then there's a pink. Love this corner piece right here. Now this is showing a really good color on the camera, so that's good. And then floral on the other side. And then it looks like, yes, so you get 2 sheets of each, it looks like. So if I read, you get 12 sheets. Let's see, yeah, 12 coordinating double-sided papers, 2 of each sheet. So I won't go through the other ones because they're the same thing, but aren't they beautiful papers? So stay tuned for my project, and I'll show you what I'm going to be doing, and then we'll get started. Okay, I am back, and I'm here to show you what I'm going to be doing with the hot off the press um, papers that we are being sponsored by from Paper Wishes. Now, first of all, what I'm going to be showing you is something I found on Pinterest, a Pinterest board that I follow, and it was just a fantastic looking card. And it was a folded technique that I had never seen myself before. But unfortunately, there was no tutorial for it, so I decided to go ahead and see if I can make my own, figure out my own dimensions to it. So I'm going to give you the dimensions of what I used. But first, let me set this aside, and I'll just read it off so you'll see what sheets or what sizes we'll need and what order they'll be. Now, the first thing that I did was that I made the base of the card, which will be the outside of the fold of the card. This will be the outside, the front outside, the back outside. So that's what this will be, and you'll understand it better as we go along. And then we have this layer, which I forgot to do a texture on it, a distress ink texture on it. But these will go on here. There's a piece of paper there. And these will go this way, and you'll understand better as we go along. But you'll be able to write these dimensions down because I'm going to try to either put the dimensions in the description box below, or I'm going to go ahead and do a little Photoshop of my dimensions, if you can understand the way I wrote it. So, but anyway, then we have the folded piece on the inside right here, and then we'll have some mounting pieces here, mats, and then we'll have the outside to go. But what we're going to do first is go ahead and set this over here to the back, and we're going to go ahead and glue the pieces after I use some distress ink on this piece right here. That was the only piece I hope that I forgot to distress. Okay, so I've got that distressed now, and I want to make sure I put my cap back onto my oxide pad here. I love the ink oxides, the distress oxides. They are really easy to work with. All right, now, like I said, the first thing I'm going to do is take my base card, and I am going to glue. I'm deciding which glue I want to use. I think I'll use the art glitter glue for this. I'm just going to glue the back sheet and see how pretty that is too. I mean, that's gorgeous too. I had a hard time deciding which way I wanted it to go, which, let's see what that looks like. If I do that, that's pretty too. I may go with that on one side. Wow. Now I'm like, oh, which way do I want to go? I know it's not quite right even right now, but while that looks brighter and everything, I think I'm going to go ahead and stick with the floral part of it because that's really, I want to show that off. Okay, so now that's my back pieces. And the next thing that I've got to do, and let me get my scoreboard out. Let me pull this aside, pull these off, and you can see that I've distressed the black even, which was that distress oxide, which shows up much better than the regular distress inks. That's one of the things I like about the oxides. Get my scoring board, and even though mine's already folded, I just want to show you what I'm doing. This is the 5 by 12 piece, and I just took, I got glue. I just took my score board and my bone folder, and I went down 4, and I went down 6, and then I went 8. So it was a 5 by 12 piece, 5 this way, 12 this way, 6 inches, folded in half, and then scored again at 4 and 8. And you want the 6 inch mark to fold this way. So that's what we're working with there. That's going to be your base for the inside. Okay, now the next thing I like to do, let's just say it that way, is I want to put this piece here. Again, this is 5 by 12. And one of the reasons I don't always use glue is because they kind of tend to wrinkle up sometimes as they dry. Okay, so you have your 4 3/4 by 5 3/4, your 5 and let's see, your 5 by 6 here, and then your 5 1/4 by 6 1/4 here, which I forgot to write down the 5 1/4 by 6 1/4 around here, but that's okay. We can fix that, and I can type it up real easily. So I want to go ahead and kind of center this score line with these edges here as much as possible. Take my glue. Let's see if I can get the fine tip part to come out good. Okay, that's better. Thinner. I don't want to go right along the edge on the score area there because it'll seep through. So now I'm going ahead and put it on here, and let's see how even I got that. That's not too bad. That looks pretty good. And the reason I'm using the liquid glue is because I can move it around if I need to. So there's that. I'll take my bone folder. Now, to get this other side on, and I know I haven't zoomed it in yet, and I may not because I really want to make sure that you see the full visual of it here. But what I do is I kind of eyeball it this way. I've got this folded here. I just kind of fold it all together, and I'm going to do it just like this, but I'm going to glue first on this piece here. That way I know that my pieces are going to match up. They're going to be even, the front to the back. If I used an ATG gun or something like that, or any kind of a runner like that, I'm not going to be able to adjust it as easily because I have to move it around possibly. So there we go. Now see, it's all even. All even. I love these papers. And I like the vintage feel of things. So this is, this is right up my alley. I love the vintage. Okay, now I'm going to take and I'm going to layer my pieces here. And my first piece that I'm going to layer is, let's see, this one is, let me get my sheet here so I can make sure I get it right. 3 3/4 by 4 3/4. So I'm going to take those 2 layers, and you saw how after I cut them out, the best thing to do is cut all your pieces out first, and as you cut them out, you layer them the way that you want them and set them aside so you don't lose track of which one goes where. I've done that on other pieces, and my goodness, it's a mess trying to figure it out. So I want these 2 over here, and I'm going to go ahead and glue them both down. see. I can go this way with it, or I can go the other way. I think I'll go this way. The reason I cut all this out first instead of cutting it with you is because that way the video's not too long and you won't have to sit and, man, woman's getting boring. I wish you'd get along with it, and the video would have been so long. I think the last time I made a video, I had to cut it down quite a bit because I was really talking and doing a whole lot of stuff. Okay. Now, I love the yellow and the pink together, and you can see there's a little hint of yellow in this butterfly here. So I'm going to go ahead and put this mountain piece on. By the way, this is a die set that I had won not too long ago. It was just, I was thrilled. Now, I put this one as a solid piece for a reason, but I'll show that to you here in a little bit. Okay, now we've got the inside all done. As you can see, finished. I've given you the dimensions on it all. And, you know, what I want to tell you again, that the base card pieces on the back and the front, back of each layers, are 5 1/4 by 6 1/4, and then I went down 1/4 inch of each one. So it's 5 1/4 by 6 1/4, and then 5 by 6, and then 5 3/4 by 4 3/4, and then I went down a little bit more on that, and just kept going down. So now let's go ahead and go to the front of the card now. As you can see, this card folds this way, okay? And I'm not planning on putting anything here. I may decide later, but if I do put something there, what I was wondering about, once it's folded up and opened, it would have to be to where you have smaller pieces of strips here. So I'm not really sure yet what I'm going to do there. Now let's go ahead and put the pocket front on. First, I want to put the 5 by 6 sheet on here to give it the background. Be careful. When you put your pocket on, and I've got it like this, so it'll have some of the lining of that on there, don't glue your opening. One thing I have done before is glue. Now, if you use liquid glue on something like this, you're not going to be able to get it off without tearing it unless you get it quickly enough. So that's as far as I'm going. I'm now going to center it. And let me tell you how I did this pocket piece here. I meant to show you that before I glued it down, but that didn't happen. Always have a hard time getting back that little hole. The pocket, this pocket piece here is a 4 3/4 by 5 3/4 piece. And I took that piece, and as you can see, this is the other side of it. I took that piece, and let's see if I can find a sample sheet. Let me use this piece right here, just as a sample. What I did for that pocket, it doesn't matter what size it is, I just took the piece of where I wanted this to start or end, either way you want to look at it. I wanted it to start here. I didn't want it to go down here even, like right diagonally. I just wanted it to be kind of off-centered. So that's what you're going to do. You're going to take your paper, and I put it from the corner into where the cut line was going to be. And then I decided, let me move it up. I started at the point, and then I decided where I wanted to start my cut. How much of a piece here, I got glue on my finger, how much of a piece here I wanted. That glue is bothering me. And then And since this is scrap sheet of paper, I'm just going to go ahead and show you. I didn't start at the point. Don't do that, because if you start at the point, you're going to bend your corner there. So I started in the middle and went up and then back down. And then that's how you get it. And then, of course, then I corner rounded these two sides here. So that's all you do. You just take it, and instead of a diagonal from corner to corner, you go from corner to off-centered. So that's what I did on that. And I wanted to show you that before I actually layered that on, but that didn't happen. So now you see that I have this card, and I have some other pieces that I want to add to it. But first I am going to go and work on that part of it, so you don't have a long process that you don't need to be seeing. It's not necessary. So I'm just going to go ahead and stop here, and I'll be back. Okay, now I've done some additional pieces to this card. What I did to make these, there's 4 of them here, is that I took a strip of this 12 by 12 sheet of paper. I just took a strip off of it like this, and then I backed it with some cardstock. It could be any color. And then what I did is I took another sheet of 12 by 12 paper with a strip and put it on the back of this. So that way I've got some sturdy cards. Now I haven't distressed the back side yet. I'm not sure if I will, but this is what they'll look like. And I think they just came out really pretty, and they fit into the pocket really, really good. So there's going to be 4 little tags there, and I probably won't put ribbon on them. Don't know that for sure. I may decorate the back, but I don't know that yet either, because I haven't gotten to that stage yet. So that's what I did with those. Real easy to do. All you got to do is cut the strips out, all the same size strip cardstock too, and another strip of the another designer sheet. So you got 3 strips in total. That way your card is nice and firm. Now you can leave it with a blank card on the back if you want to, and then distress it and decorate that up if you want. But I liked it this way because that way the card designer paper is on both sides. So I really like these frames. They're really pretty. So now the next thing that I need to do is to decorate. Let me put these aside and show you one of the things that I want to do. Now I'm going to put these aside also for now. But one of the things that I'm going to do, if I, you got to remember it unfolds just like this. And I keep wanting to do it differently, but it does unfold like this. One thing that I want to do is take my key butterfly right here, the Dazzle, and pull it off. And it probably is an easier way to do that. And it helps not to have both those sheets on. And it just seems like it comes off really easily. So we'll see how it does. That was really quite nice how it came out. Now, they're really, really sticky. I am going to center this right here in my card. And what I like about this is that I can color the inside of these with my markers if I want to. I have not tried that yet to see if that would, but that was one of the things that they said that you could do, is color the inside. So let me go get my markers. This is Ohuhu, let's see, what, Vivid Pink number 6. And I am going to kind of put some pink into the different areas of this butterfly. Like I said, I've never tried this before, but we're going to see how it looks, and I'm liking it so far, and it works really, really well. This is really, I love the Dazzles. There, I like that. And I thought about going through with the yellow with it, but I kind of like just doing it as a pink color. And at the end of the video, I'll show everything to you, so it'll look better once it's done. So I am going to continue decorating my card, And when I get back, I will show you the finished results.